You're almost in Hull. This marvellous suspension bridge which crosses the River Humber, and that's the sign you're almost at Hull's home of rugby, the Boulevard. And inside the ground before the game, tremendous anticipation, tremendous expectation, well over an hour before the kickoff, which is the same as the one that turned out in the week. But Martin Dermott picked up a knee injury, so he's out, and he's replaced by Jed Staziker. That means young Mike Forshaw keeps his place there at number 15. The whole side, well, they've got Greg Mackey there at number 6. Normally plays scrum half, of course, but there he is replacing Gary Pearce in the number 6 row. And that great international forward, Noel Cleal, in the second row. He's surely going to be a force to be reckoned with this afternoon. Today's referee, Alex Bowman from Whitehaven, blows the whistle. Joe Lydon playing full-back. Kicks deep. It's taken by Paul Eastwood, the Hull right wing. And Hull this season, who of course have played some very important games and won, but they've also lost several which coach Brian Smith was rather sad about and felt they shouldn't have lost, particularly to St Helens a moment ago. Straight in for the kick, and that's with the wind. He's going to bounce. It's excellent conditions here as Lydon picks it up. Andy Dannett, the big number 10, fires in over the top. Preston drifting away, trying to find some space. Can't get past Noel Crusher Cleal, of course. Australian test forward. There he is, kicking the ball forward. Lucas, it is who picks it up, but the referee has spotted an infringement and says that the ball wasn't on the floor when Cleal attempted to kick. Of course, as soon as that ball touches the floor, either player can play it with their foot. On that occasion, Cleal went a shade too far. Lydon judges that kick perfectly, puts it into touch just inside the Hull half. Jed Staziker, who's taken the place of the injured Martin Dermott, takes the drive. Wayne on the dummy, and Lucas takes the second drive. 2 out. Edwards again operating at acting halfback. This time it's Platt, and it's Hadley who's been knocked down. So the switch in play as Gregory gets in the act. The halfback's thinking, well, Preston takes the ball, but also takes the tackle of Eastwood. So Hull really fired up, moving in very aggressively into the tackle. And this home crowd here certainly giving them plenty of support. Edwards in position for the kick, chips it forward into space. Richard Gay, the fullback, comes across, picks it up, but also picks up Mark Preston. Good tackle from the left wing. Brian Blacker drifting across, but the Wigan defensive line moving up quickly, putting pressure on this whole side. Big Carl Harrison, the number 8, and certainly Hull have got a powerful pack. 2 very big prop forwards. Gregory in the chase, that's a charge out, and Andy Gregory's going to score. A try for Wigan. The ball shot back. Gregory, who's been dominant at acting halfback in pressurising opposition, charges the kick down. It bounced nicely for him, picks it up. He scoots over for Wigan's first try. Joe Lydon with the simple conversion, 2 points added. Wigan leading by 6 points to 0 after only 2 minutes play. So the restart by Blacker. And that just shows you the strength of the wingers. Goodway plays football with it. It's gone, almost dead. In fact, it's not on. And it's a try, is it? No. It's down. But there's a controversy here. The church judge is saying that it was touched down. The whole players definitely don't like the decision. But certainly Andy Goodway all sorts of trouble behind his own line there. The final decision is a drop out under the post, and that means that according to the touch judge, the ball was touched down behind his own line by Andrew Goodway. But certainly there's a tremendous buzz around the ground now after that, as Hull move it wide, trying to penetrate middle of the field. Plenty of action here as Windley gets Mackey moving, and Big Harrison linking. Lucas picked it up, wraps it up. There's a chance of an overlap. Goodway drifting across field. Hanley has to step inside. Tension mounting here. And that certainly looked like a kick from Andy Nannett. The referee is having a word with the number 10. Noel Cleal wants to get in as well. Keep the knee down, says Alex Bowman. Penalty kick to Wigan. Joe Lydon again with the kick. And again judging that well into the wind. That right foot. Goodway takes the drive and hits up and breaks through that first tackle from Blacker. The centre staying on the short side. Lucas drives up. Change of direction off that left foot, but can't break through the defence. Pushing them backwards though. Gregory involved. Wayne takes it, links with Platt, but Wigan not going anywhere on that move. Hull pressurising in defence. The halfbacks linking. Dean Bell drifting across, trying to get past Greg Mackey, who's playing at 6 today. Normally, of course, the scrum half in the side. So, after 4 tackles, Wigan still in possession, just short of the Hull 22. Richard Gay picking it up at the back after that Edwards kick. Linking with left wing Neil Turner. And the kick downfield, and that just shows the strength of the wing here. Lydon covering in just outside his own 22. Straightens up. That looked a high tackle there from Blacker. Blacker's left hook over the top of Lydon's head was really uncalled for. Alex Bowman having a strong word with both Noel Cleal and the centre. And certainly if that would have connected, it may well have been a knockout blow. But not the best of starts here for what is a very aggressive Hull side. Sazica with the tap and the drive. And straight into second row forward Russell Walker. The dummy on the blind side. And Wayne takes Janet's tackle on the ball, but it's lost. Knocked forward. Wayne it is who recovers possession. So Alex Bowman, the yellow sandwich there between these 2 front rows. If they get out fairly quickly, as Windley feeds that ball. Scrum breaks up. With Hull trying to move it wide. Blacker comes back inside, but only meets Dean Bell and Ellery Hanley covering from the back of the scrum. Blacker again driving in, but good defence. Penalty against Dean Bell. Not allowing him to play the ball quickly is the decision. Dean Bell it was who was lying on top far too long, according to Alex Bowman. And certainly Alex Bowman got his hands full in this opening 10 minutes of play. So that fine left-footed kick from Paul Eastwood, the right wing. Harrison takes the drive. Platt makes a tackle to the link inside to Lee Jackson. Good support play from the front rows of Hull. Cleal came on the burst, but the ball's been lost. Wigan moving up, but it's gone backwards, says Alec Bowman. The halfback's thinking and pushing wide on that far side. Marcus Charles, but he's been driven into touch. Good defence from Kevin Iro, the first we've seen of the big New Zealander. But straight away getting into the action there and making sure that his opposite number has gone straight over that touchline. Good defence from Kevin Iro. Gregory wins the ball and links with David Marshall. set move coming in off that right wing, inside the 22. A rather loose play the ball from David Marshall, but Elder Hanley tidied it up, takes the drive forward. Gregory linking with Wayne. Wayne takes the ball on the burst. Good defence from Hull. Sean Wayne trying to get up quickly and play the ball. Penalty for interfering at the play the ball. Certainly one of the most difficult things to interpret at the play the ball is, in fact, who is causing the disruption, whether it's the tackle player or the tackler. No doubt in Alex Bowman's mind there, it was the Hull tackler. Mark Preston running back, getting himself onside. Stazika again with the drive forward. Hull has to go back. The dummy and then the run by Lucas. Edwards attacking halfback once more. Good defence from Hull. Brian Smith, their coach, of course, a rival of John Money in Australia and now a rival in England, and both very well thought of coaches. There, a mistake by Andy Gregory. Ball not quite to his liking, and Dennett has pounced on it. Hull moving it wide to Cleal. No Cleal, big, strong, powerful second row forward. One of the outstanding players in that Australian team that came over here last time. Suffered a broken arm and played at Widnes, but seems fully recovered now. Dennett driving, strong, powerful. Good tackle by Ian Lucas, Andy Gregory. Jackson pushes away and he's got pace, kicks it on again. Kevin Iro's got back. Wigan regained possession, but there a glimpse of the pace of Lee Jackson, the hooker. That penalty's gone the other way. Alex Bowman indicating that Kevin Iro was diving forward instead of playing the ball. So a difficult game for a referee. And it seems that every game that Wigan play, the opposition are determined to knock them off that top spot in the championship. So almost up to the quarter of an hour here in the first half. And Hull just 5 metres from the line. The set mover, Dennett tries to drive for it. He's big, he's strong. It's a try. A try for Andy Dennett, the powerful number 10. It was a set move, there was a second drive. Dennett taking it 2 out. And the powerful number 10 just stretching over, putting the ball down. 6-4. With Eastwood missing that fairly simple conversion, the score still Wigan in the lead by 6-4 as Lydon restarts. Blacker drives it out. Now Harrison, the big number 8, and certainly these big pull forwards are proving a bit of a handful at the moment. There's the try scorer, Dennett, who since his early days seems to put on quite a few pounds and a lot of strength. Windley trying to link with Mackey. Mackey trying to get Jackson involved. The kick upfield, and that's a fine kick there from the loose forward. Steve McNamara pushing that ball downfield. And the wind quite strong here at the Boulevard. Very much in Hull's favour, as well as the slope. So Andy Gregory slowly walking round the scrimmage, feeds and links with Preston. Preston gets past the loose forward. Good tackle from Mackey, almost breaking through the line there. Ellery Hanley in the action, drifting away. Gregory dummying inside and linking with Goodway. A lot of pressure here on Wigan in defence, created by Hull. Edwards looking to his left for the orders. The dummy, it is. Stepping inside, Edwards trying to find some space. Links outside to Goodway. Hanley almost putting Bell over. Eastwood's in the clear. If this bounce is nicely for him, he should score. He's controlled it well. It's a try for Paul Eastwood. And Alex Bowman pushing Dean Bell away. And also Blacker. So tempers really roused here. The try definitely awarded. It came about as Dean Bell was put under all sorts of pressure from that Hanley pass. Eastwood, quick as a flash, kicked it through. He did well to control it and bounced the ball forward over the line, pulling the lead. The try scorer trying to convert his own try. Paul Eastwood with the kick. He's judged it well. He's hit it nicely. 2 points. 10-6 in Hull's favour. The referee has pulled both Ellery Hanley and Nokley together, obviously wanting to have a word with both captains about order, and Nokley saying to his players, calm it down. Alex Bowman restarts the clock. The game gets in motion. Wigan behind. Lydon kicking deep once again. It mixed up behind the line, but it's gone backwards. Harrison picks it up. 10-15 yards out from their own line, and Wigan have conceded 2 tries. Mackey with the dummy and the wide ball to Blacker. Good covering tackle from Ian Lucas, and still kept alive. Good play from Blacker as he finds Mackey inside, but again a good tackle from Ian Lucas. Windley with the little chip through. There's a variation of tactics. That's a good link. Oh, that's a good tackle from Andy Goodway. He took both Windley and Dannett there. Peel on the burst. Good link inside there. Richard Gay coming from the gap. Lydon gets across. Well, that's a good cover from Sean Edwards, and that touch. David Marshall involved. A penalty to Hull. Must be an off-the-ball incident. Great play from Hull down that left-hand side. Cleal with a marvellous break, and Richard Gay working superbly. And Neil Turner making the run. The only desperate cover from Wigan that stopped them from getting over for their 3rd try. And once more, Paul Eastwood will attempt to add another 2 points. Fairly difficult kick in this strong wind. On the wrong side of the field, basically, for the left-footed kicker. But the attempts there, the points are valuable. It's over. It's 2 points. 12-6, Hull lead. 20 minutes play gone. Joe Lydon kicks off once again. He's had more kicking off today than he's had for some considerable time. And McNamara decides to kick it straight back. Lydon has to go back to his own 22 area. Flips across, gets past Jackson. In fact, gets past Windley, but it's Jackson who makes the tackle. The hooker's got pace, big boy, but he's got pace. Kevin Iro, first real chance he's had with the ball in his hands. Sazika with the dummy to Andy Platt, and the drive open. Andy Gregory links with Lucas. Lucas drifting across from left to right. So Wigan conceding those points. Good drive again from Sazika. As we're on the last tackle, Gregory decides to go himself, but that's a floated ball which has gone into touch. Very strong wind, and it drifted that ball behind David Marshall. So Andy Gregory none too pleased. That's going to be a handover. No, clearly it is, who takes the ball and plays it. Harrison steps inside, but runs straight into Kevin Iro and Ian Lucas. The drive from Dannett, hitting it close to the play the ball. He's really motivated to play, Dannett. Windley had no other option than to go back inside. The pass wide out was cut out. McNamara drifting across, linked inside with Russell Walker. Still kept alive as McNamara drifts across. But the Wigan defence holding on close to the play the ball. Windley with the kick over the top. Is that a penalty? It is. Looks like another penalty. Edwards drifts away. Blacker comes in on the tackle. But as Windley drove over the top, He was obstructed by Sean Wayne. So another penalty to Hull. Paul Eastwood, certainly the hero of the moment, goal kicker and try scorer, lines it up once more, left foot. He slotted that one over. 14-6, Hull are leading. Joe Lydon kicks once more from the middle, and again it's taken by McNamara. Last time he kicked back, and he does so once more. Preston had anticipated it and got back there, and the wind has driven that almost to the line. Preston dummies and goes on his own. Got pace, can't get away from the tackle of Lee Jackson though. Plan move from Hull, using this wind, driving it downfield. That's put all sorts of pressure on this Wigan team. Saticus drives away, runs straight into Carl Harrison. Edwards linking wide to Andy Goodway. We've seen little flow of play from Wigan so far. Continuity has been lacking, and the pressure has been put on by this whole side. Now the last tackle. Edwards finds Lydon. Lydon under pressure from Mackie, but gets the kick in. Richard Gay came superbly into the line for that run downfield a few minutes ago. Blacker back, running away from acting halfback. Jackson can't get away from Hanley. Good tackle from the Wigan captain. And he's played it the wrong way, so certainly Lee Jackson not knowing where he was playing. I've never seen that in rugby league before, but it's Wigan in possession. Lee Jackson obviously not realising which way he was playing. Sean Wayne takes the drive. Hull all fired up in defence. They're taking some stopping, this whole side. Gregory tries the gap and almost gets that ball away. Good strong run from the number 7. Dannett interfering at the play of the ball. Penalty kick to Wigan. Certainly Andy Gregory feeling the effects of Dannett's fingers around the eye area. While Mr. Bowman has a word, Andy Gregory is going to have some treatment from the side. Alex Bowman restarts the clock. Joe Lydon lined it up. He's kicked it sweetly. It's kicked it over. 2 more points for Wigan. 14-8 the score. That's narrowed the gap to 6 points. So Hull in the form of the loose forward. Steve McNamara kicks off. Andy Goodway takes it from Andy Gregory. Makes the drive almost to the 22. Satica driving away from acting halfback. So the 2 points, a welcome break there for Wigan. They've been under tremendous pressure since that first try from Andrew Gregory. Gregory with the chip. And Edwards chases, but Jackson gets back. This time he may well play the ball the right way. He does. Richard Gay in position. Referee Alex Bowman having a word with Andy Gregory. Now Hanley comes in. Alex Bowman sends the Wigan captain away. The result is a penalty. It may well be for something that Andy Gregory said. Yes, it was indeed. I think Andy Gregory felt he'd been obstructed after his kick through. That's another chance for Noel Cleal to indicate that Eastwood should kick for goal. Paul Eastwood with that strong wind directly behind him. 10 metres inside Wigan's half. Lines it up, but I think he's pulled that one wide. He's just gone wide of that right-hand post. So that's going to be a dropout on the 22. And the 6-point gap still stays there. Wigan will want to keep it that way or even lessen it by half-time, and then hopefully in this second half, with that win advantage, they'll be able to push Hull downfield. That kick from Lydon showing you just getting into the Hull half. Bit of pace there from the left-hand side from Marcus Charles, the centre. Blacker takes the ball across himself. Windley links inside to Russell Walker. Windley dummies and then linked to Blacker. Blacker trying to get past Bell. No problem there, as Andy Platt covers well on the inside. Again, Windley, this time to Cleal. Cleal taking it strong, running aggressively. And one of the most dangerous players on the burst. That is a penalty, and it is a penalty against Noel Cleal. Certainly Cleal trying to gain the penalty himself for Hull. Accepting the decision of Alex Bowman, nods his head, while Jet Stazika has some treatment. Joe Lydon will hopefully find touch. He does on the halfway line. So with Wigan reduced to 12 men temporarily, it's Sean Wigan taking the drive. Edwards inside to Lucas, the inside ball, but the defence of Hull holding on. Hanley coming inside and accelerating away, getting through that first tackle. Desperate cover from Hull. Blacker lying on top of Hanley. Hanley trying to play the ball. Good way trying to get into the act. But they're being closed down, and that's a bit of a pressure ball there as Bell tidied it up. Good strong play from Dean Bell. But this Hull side really are fired up in defence there, pulling out all the stops. Work rate very high. Wayne takes the drive. Again, another good tackle from Dennett on the last tackle. Good play the ball. Edwards with the kick. But that's going to hang in that wind. Well taken by Mackey. Mackey accelerating away. But Edwards makes the tackle on his opposite number. Now Windley, and straight away with the kick. That's pushed Lydon backwards. Lydon gets back. He's on his own there. He goes away from Jackson. Steps inside Marcus Charles. But Charles recovers and makes the tackle. Kevin Iro drifting away. Defence is so much on top in this game that we've seen little of any attacking play, particularly on the Wigan side. And it's this whole defence which is pressurising Wigan. Hanley into Cleal. Captain on captain. International on international. That was a crusher tackle from Cleal. A pressure pass from Gregory. And the ball has gone forward, but in fact it's been knocked on by Russell Walker. So that should be a scrum down with Wigan feed. It is indeed a Wigan feed. Alex Bowman indicating the ball to Wigan. Stazika having the injury. That was the feed from Gregory. Edwards links and sets inside Mackey and bounces off him. Aggressive play from the six. That was an unnecessary tackle according to Alex Bowman from Cleal. Edwards was already tackled. Noel Cleal came over the top. Penalty to Wigan. The game fast and furious. And Mr. Bowman certainly having his handfuls in this match. Ian Lucas takes the drive. Can Wigan wear down this whole defence? The dummy from Wayne, and Stazika takes it on his own. Goodway comes left. Platt takes it open, but running across field, and he's been driven backwards by strong Hull defence once more. Again Stazika with the dummy forward on the left. He takes it right. 4 tackles gone. Again an inside ball, and Edwards may well have gone through the gap, but offside, a little bit too eager, and again it's Noel Cleal who's incurred the wrath of the referee. Well, under normal circumstances, Joe Lydon would certainly find no difficulty with the distance, but it's into a very strong wind. He's kicked it well, but it's hit that right-hand post. And Mackey is knocked on. So almost 2 points from Lydon. He struck that ball superbly then. But Wigan still have the advantage. The ball was knocked forward. And so a scrum down just 10 metres from the whole line. Edwards comes blind. Out to Preston on the left wing. And Preston has scored the simplest of tries. A set move from the scrum. Edwards from the right, drifting to the left-hand side. Eastwood was drawn in, and Preston had a walk-in. McNamara again kicks deep. This time straight to Andrew Goodway. Goodway sets off, knees pumping. 15 stone of second row forward. But as ever, this whole defence has been very strong. Wayne drifting across, going towards Blacker, straight into Blacker. And the three-man pile up there as Eastwood covered across from the wing and Dannett came from the other side. Edwards straightening up but runs straight into Dannett. Gregory changes direction and puts Bell in the gap. Not quite big enough. Eastwood came across and made the tackle. Platt takes the gap. Now on the last one. The play stepping up. Lydon under pressure, but he's now put pressure on Blacker and Richard Gay. Gay sidesteps off the left leg, but good defensive line from Wigan following that Lydon kick. Charles coming across but really not finding anywhere to go. Windley decides to go on his own. Staziger hangs on. Dannett, powerful, the try scorer, the first try for Hull. McNamara at the back. Gregory almost charging that one down. There's been some pressure on all the kicks. That one's a fine kick. Bouncing at a touch on this side. It's almost half time. We're playing any time that's been added on, and certainly Alex Bowman has stopped the clock on several occasions. So Andy Gregory waiting for the referee. The ball is fed. Edwards link. Lydon in the line. Bell on the inside ball. Bell going through the gap. Oh, what a streaking run from Bell. Iro takes it on. Kevin Iro bouncing down that wing. Gets away from Charles. The ball has been flung down. Edwards recovers. That was a great break from Dean Bell. Wigan just unable to finish it off. Hanley linking. The ball's come wide. Gregory to Preston. Preston in the clear. Tries to accelerate past Mackey. Mackey brings up a good tackle. Wigan still applying the pressure. Gregory looking for the gap. The hooter's gone. The referee hasn't heard it. I think he has now. Half time comes in all sorts of turmoil. We've had 40 minutes of tremendous action here at the Boulevard. The second half promises even greater things. Second half gets underway then. The gap between the two sides just 2 points. Andy Gregory feeds Andrew Goodway. And I'm sure that Wigan will be pumping this ball downfield and putting pressure on this whole side. Certainly Richard Gay, the Hull fullback, is way back on his own 22-metre line in anticipation of the kick. Lydon in position at the back. Well, Wigan soaking up the tackles. The dummy and then the switch in play as Andy Goodway comes across. Finds Edwards. Edwards under a bit of pressure. from Russell Walker on the last tackle now. Lydon again under pressure from Windley, but gets the boot down. That's into the full half. An awkward bounce for Richard Gay. Has to recover by going backwards. But the Wigan line is up. Neil Turner drifts across. The ball comes loose and it's play on. And back to one, says Alex Bob. Came off the Wigan player in defence. Lee Jackson, the hooker, picks it up. Harrison, the big number 8, drives it in. Dennett drifting across from the back. Good low tackle from Jed Stazika. Andy Platt wraps it up at the top. Windley trying to get Mackey in line. A great inside ball to Cleal, set move. But again, Stazika goes low, and that hang makes Cleal, in fact, stop. And the Wigan defence did the rest. Neat push through, Lydon coming across. That's gone in a touch. So Hull, despite this disadvantage of playing into the wind, have forced themselves into the Wigan 22. No doubt both coaches, because of the conditions, will have spoken about the different type of tactics that will be needed in the second half. Ellery Hanley drifting across, steps out of one tackle, steps out of another, and again, not for the first time, Blacker comes flying it over the top with that haymaker. Andy Platt takes it close to the play, the ball. Stazika drifting across, so pushing the whole defence, first left, then right. Lydon at the back, but he's missed it. McNamara's on him, under pressure is Joe Lydon, but Lydon has such pace and he managed to get away, gives it to Edwards. Hull have moved up, it's the last tackle now. Edwards looks as if he's injured. Certainly a slow play the ball and a bad play the ball because of the injury. Again under pressure. Hanley behind his own line. That's going to be a drop out under the post. Hull have probably put more pressure on Wigan than any other side this season in defence, and that has caused the upset. Lydon with the dropout. Picked up by Russell Walker, the second row forward. Dean Bell, Ellery Hanley make the tackle. That's the Wigan 22. And that's Harrison, the big number 8. But he's lost possession. It's gone forward, but good cover. Goodway tries to get on his feet to play the ball. And Wigan needs some organising. Edwards decides to go in, but Gregory takes over. Lucas takes the drive. Again, back to that Wigan 22. Now Andrew Goodway punching down that left wing. Good 10 yards gain there by the second row forward. And Edwards decides to kick. He may well have gone straight to Richard Gay, but he's drifted away from him. Knocked the ball backwards, so play on. Steps inside off that left leg, but what a reception committee. Ellery Hanley and Kevin Iro. Marcus Charles, who apparently is quite a pacey centre, but can't get away from Kevin Iro. And Sean Wayne injured there. Keith Mills rushes onto the field, but referee plays on. The dummy from Jackson, the run from Harrison. Again, the inside ball. Jackson involved. Good cover there as loose forward Steve McNamara goes down. Jackson putting Harrison clear again. Harrison has taken some stopping this half. It was Dennett in the first half and Cleal, and now Harrison the second half. Windley with the dummy inside, and again the other dummy, but eventually tackled. Blacker with the kick, the left foot, that's bouncing all over the place. Lydon picks it up securely. Blacker's followed his own kick up, makes the tackle. Certainly an aggressive centre with Brian Blacker. Hanley puts Iro in the gap. Kevin Iro dummies to Hanley. Charles hangs on but can't let go. Marshall misses the ball. A look of disappointment on Kevin Iro's face. but David Marshall couldn't quite hold that pass. Iro walks away disconsolately. The chance has gone. But a strong piece of play from the Wigan centre. Alex Bowman not happy with the scrummage, not straight enough. Asking both packs to stand up. Wants to put them on the right mark. Certainly having no problem in getting the ball out of the scrum is for Windley. Neil Turner takes it from the blind side of the field. Russell Walker, second row forward, but being driven back. Good tackle there from the two second row pairs. Almost to the halfway line. Drive away from Cleal, and Cleal can offload. He's strong in the tackle, but too many Wigan defenders there. Windley again looking for the gap, finding Mackey. Good tackle from Hanley. Windley, who'd linked well with Mackey then. Everybody on side. That's a testing ball for David Marshall. He kicks ahead. This could be a try. It is a try. Marcus Charles has scored. The kick from Windley was charged down. It bounced all over the place. That put all the whole players on side. Kick through. It was a race between Neil Turner and Marcus Charles, and Marcus Charles went over for his first try for the club. With Eastwood missing that difficult kick from the touchline, the gap back to 6 points, 18-12, pulling the lead. Harrison takes the drive out from his own line. Andy Platt and Andrew Goodway make the tackle. Now it's Dennett. The two props having a big, strong game for Hull. Cleal takes it inside, accelerates away, tries to break through. Real fast movement of those legs for such a big fella. Windley prompts Harrison this time. And Harrison again breaks through. Edwards covers. Hull keep it alive. Windley's tackle. Good cover from Ian Lucas. Dennett drives again. He's lost the ball. It hits Iro. Back to one. Certainly it looked an involuntary from Iro, but it's back to one, says Alex Bowman. Wigan under pressure just outside their own 22. Windley pushes it wide to Mackey. Mackey, the dummy, and a sidestep inside. Sean Wayne brings off a desperate tackle. The pace really hotting up here at the Boulevard. Windley again, the dummy inside. And then Richard Gay linking from the back, but no pace, no acceleration. The play stops. Mackey again in play. This time it's kicked and again charged. Lydon takes it. As Charles comes in over the top. Lydon trying to get away from Charles. Marshall running into still that very strong Hull defence. Statiker. Good dart away from the play of the ball. Dean Bell made a clear break late in that first half, which Wigan didn't quite finish off. Edwards pushing it wide, finds Kevin Iro. Iro pushes off Mackey, pushes off Charles. Mackey recovers. Cleal covers across. David Marshall takes it away. This is the last tackle. A penalty. Mackey coming over the top with the arm. In no uncertain manner, Ellery Hanley puts the kick into touch. The referee speaking to Greg Mackey. He hasn't noticed, I think, that Ellery Hanley put it into touch. But the kick will be taken again, I think. Lydon puts another 10-15 yards on it. The play still inside Wigan's half. So, Andy Gregory has to reposition the dummy inside. And Andy Platt taking the dry, almost bursting through, over the halfway line. Slow motion as Gregory just across the field, links to Iro, sidestepping through. This whole defence, they're like tigers, they're moving up quickly. Edwards has found a gap. Phil Windley recovers well. Hanley links with Gregory. The dummy again inside. No way forward for Andy Gregory. All the options have been cut out there. Andy Gregory wanted some support, I think. Edwards just across. Hanley comes in on the dummy. Goodway can't find the gap. Last tackle. Goodway plays it. Stasiker finds Edwards. Edwards kicks high. Gay comes in from the back. Takes it well. And run round Platt. Dummy inside. Neil Turner has come across. Inside. Charles is on his outside. A great run from the fullback. Windley and Mackey linking wide to McNamara. The game is fast and furious. Windley changes direction, pivots, sidesteps off the left leg, sidesteps again and beats Lydon. Great play from the number 7. Now Mackey in the act. Dannett takes it on the burst. The game here almost like a cup semi-final. The action is intense. Windley dribbles through. It's play on. It could be another chase and a kick through. Is it a try? It is a try. It looks like Richard Gay has scored. Again from the kick through. The ball kicked through by Windley. Richard Gay and he and Ellery Hanley chasing back. But it was Richard Gay who got his hands on it. Another try for Hull. Eastwood with a fairly straightforward conversion. He's kicked it over. It's 24 points to 12. Hull in the lead. Lydon restarts. 12 points, the margin between the two teams. Still a long way to go. 25 minutes play left. But Hull really are storming. They've been motivated tremendously for this game. And their aggression, particularly in defence, has upset this Wigan side, upset their continuity and their flow. The drive from Harrison. He's had some strong runs in this half. Taking the ball close to the play the ball. Windley pushes it wide. Charles in the act. Iro picks it up. Wigan have possession. Adventurous play from Hull on the last tackle. Gregory links wide. Goodway takes it high. Jackson tackles well. Edwards the dummy. And the acceleration. And bursting through. Hanley in support. That's a great tackle. Bell's there. Brilliant play from both sides. Attack from Wigan and great defence from Hull. Kick through. Gregory finds Wayne. Great ball, but Preston loses possession and goes in the touch. Wigan a little too flat on that left-hand side there. And there will be a delay now as 2 substitutions. It's Mike Forshaw to come on for Sean Wayne. And Noel Creel going off there, replaced by Mike Dixon. And the number 10 up for Sean Wayne is coming off the field for Mike Forshaw. The young player who had an outstanding game in midweek against Sheffield Eagles. Joins the scrimmage. And Andy Platt probably will go up to 10. And we have another substitution. It's Paul Harrison coming on for Marcus Charles, the centre. Back to the action. Hull win possession. Mackey accelerating, hits the ball up almost to the 22. But Forshaw in action for the first time. There's young substitute Mike Dixon getting involved. So both sides slightly reorganised. Cleal was certainly injured a few moments ago, and that's probably the reason for the substitution. Certainly they'll miss his power as Dixon gets his first taste of rugby. Paul Harrison has to push him off. There was no need to. He should have just played the ball. So the substitute already making a mistake, and that has put Hull under a bit of pressure just outside their own 22. So Lydon comes up to place the ball into touch. Wigan just outside that Hull 22. Statica has to come across for the ball. Forshaw takes the drive, slightly mistimed his run. Lucas with a set move, the dummy. Goodway hits the gap. Desperate defence. Russell Walker coming in for that far side, stopped the break. Now the run around and the switch across. Platt hits it close to the play the ball. But Hull, Platt, for the first time in the second half, defending inside their own 22. Gregory sees the gap, links inside a Statica. Jed Statica accelerating towards that Hull line, 12 metres out. Gregory wants possession. Edwards links, pushes it wide. Bell gets Iro in the clear. But the big centre's lost the ball. David Marshall recovers, but it's gone forward. That's going to be a Hull feed, as Alex Bowman refers to the touch judge. The two wings, Neil Turner and David Marshall, finish off their little confrontation. And the end result is a scrum inside the Hull 22 with Phil Windley, the number 7, to feed. He's had a good game in organising this whole side. 12 points, still the difference. Oh, what a fine tackle that was from Andy Platt. Now, for the first time, perhaps, Hull not organised, not knowing where to go. Jackson that time taking the tackle. And they've certainly got a strong wind to kick into, but Windley decides to open and run himself. Lucas hangs on to him. Picked up by Mike Dixon. McNamara kicks. The slider nodded on. No, it's gone backwards. Marshall links inside and still breakthrough. Strong running from David Marshall. Good play by the right wing. Edwards, one out, looking for that gap. So, Gregory organising now. Forshaw takes it on the berth, but no gap there. Hull had filled them in. Statica finds Gregory, but Gregory has to double back inside. Pressure on both halfbacks. Edwards flings it inside, but there's nobody supporting. Lydon has to tie it up from the back. So again, this whole pressure and defence being maintained and putting all sorts of pressure on Wigan. Good ball from Andy Gregory to Mike Forshaw. Still kept alive by Wigan. Statica decides to go on his own. Now the last tackle. Gregory gets in and fires it to Lydon. Lydon with the high kick. That's going to drift. Dean Bell moves up. Gay knocks it on. In fact, knocked it backwards. And Dean Bell very quickly up. That's the drop out from under the post. That's Andrew Goodway picking it up. And Wigan will be desperate to get over this whole line. Lucas takes the drive, almost gets out of Dannett's tackle. Gregory prompting the set move as Edwards takes it wide out, but Mackey has spotted it. Wigan keep it alive. Andy Goodway in possession, trying to find a gap. Linked with out. That's great play. Kevin Howard's going to go all the way. Gay comes across. Well, the big man scored. That is a great try by Kevin Iro. Wigan had kept it alive on that far side, and Goodway drifted across field to the right, straightened up, and then a beautiful time pass into the gap for Kevin Iro to burst through. The power and strength of the New Zealand centre showed there as he dives over into the corner despite the attentions of two tacklers. The gap reduced then to 8 points as McNamara kicks off once more. Just over a quarter of an hour left for play. Hanley runs it out. Oh, almost steps through. Forshaw takes the drive. Again, Jez Stazziger taking the cross. Inside, dummy from Gregory, and then Edwards linking and accelerating away. There's a hustle and a bustle about the play at the moment. Things have to be speeded up. Hull have put so much pressure on Wigan that they really have to improve their speed of thought to counteract it. Good run from Richard Gay. Mike Forshaw makes the tackle. Was told go back in defence. Harrison bursting through, gets to the halfway line. Perhaps the pressure telling on the big number 8 now. He's had a big strong game and so has Dannett, but his fitness coming into the game now. Drive from Mike Dixon and Russell Walker. There's Windley trying to generate some activity on this left wing, but there's going to be a substitution there. Jed Byrne is coming on for Jez Stazziger. Well, Jed Byrne certainly a utility man, but is he going to go in the pack or in the backs is the question. Hanley sidestepping across field. McNamara, his opposite number, makes the tackle. Dean Bell quickly in. Platt driving. Mike Forshaw, a burst through. Good strong play from the youngster. Sidestepping off that left foot and hitting the gap. Edwards linking with Gregory. It's gone backwards slightly, so Gregory has to reposition. Lucas does the drive forward. The wind playing a little bit of havoc with some of the passes here, but that's the kick, and that's Andy Gregory, and that's a pinpoint accurate kick. 10 metres from the Hull FC line. The scrum is going to be 10 metres infield, and there will be a Hull feed, and all the scrums have gone with the feed, so there's no reason to think that this won't. But Hull are under pressure. Windley feeds. Ball comes out, but no way forward. Hull defending now, just 10-12 metres away from their own line. Well, Mike Dixon, who's come on as a substitute for Noel Cleal at 15, he's certainly nowhere near the size of the big man, but not wanting in effort. Good tackling from Mike Forshaw and Andy Platt. Gregory puts the pressure on Windy, but Windley's going to move it wide. Mackey, a beautifully timed pass. Bell comes across the cover. Paul Harrison takes the tackle. Andy Gregory finishes it off. Certainly he felt it there. Dennett, powerful though he is, has to stand the tackle of Dean Bell and Andy Gregory. Mackey in position, under pressure, but he's got out of it. The kick from Neil Turner. Marshall gets across. That's a great take from David Marshall going backwards. Picked that up inches from the floor. Lydon in the action. What's that defensive line like? It's good. Hull have got their line back. And a good way, trying to find a hole close to the play of the ball. Wigan need to score at least twice. They're going to come away with a victory. They haven't lost the league game away this season. Only 2 games lost, but both of them at home. Well, the crowd not happy about it, but Mackey certainly wasn't making any effort whatsoever to get onside. So the penalty to Wigan. Lydon finds the safe touch. Again, Wigan building up the pressure just inside the Hull FC 22. The double dummy, the treble dummy, the link with Edwards. Byrne tries to find the gap, but Hull defend well, and Mackey spotted it. Arrow comes into the action. A great try he scored a few moments ago. That's brought Wigan back into the game. Good play the ball. Gregory looking for Hanley. Hanley on the burst. Good defence once more. This time it was Harrison. Harry Hanley looking injured after that tackle. Gregory tries to prompt. The ball's gone down. Wigan keep it alive. But Hull cut out all the options. Good defence. Gregory again. This time the chip through. Byrne chases. David Marshall's up. That's going to go into touch. Just inside that corner flag. Again, the defence of Hull will be tested. Scrum just 3 or 4 metres from the Hull line. Ellery Hanley returns to the pack. Phil Windley picks the ball up, goes on his own. Another good tackle from Andy Gregory. Dean Bell joining in. Well, that certainly is an injury to McNamara. Very slow play the ball. Walker tries to drive it out. Dennett comes into the act. He can't make it. But Hull are creeping their way towards the 22-metre line. The dummy left. Harrison picking it up. Comes back off that right foot. Now they play the ball. Dixon stepping his way, but only stepping into Ian Lucas. Last tackle. Is it a kick? It is the left foot of Windley. Marshall takes it safely once more. Slips. Drifts across. Gets past Windley. Turner covered. But Marshall's broken through. Oh, what a great run. Hanley's there. Oh, what a great tackle from Richard Gay. No! Hanley gets up. Well, that was tremendous defence from Richard Gay. It stopped the flow of play. Almost a certain try for Ellery Hanley. Edwards trying to find a gap. Goes on his own. 5 metres short. The organisation is wide out. Can Wigan set it up? Gregory, the dummy to Platt. Arrow takes the drive. Marshall's got the ball. Marshall's going to score. Wigan has scored. The pressure came from midfield, and when Gregory got possession, pushed that ball wide. Arrow took it on. He brought both defenders in, and it left a fairly simple task for David Marshall. With 8 minutes left for play, Wigan trailing by just 4 points at 24-20. Ellery Hanley takes the kick. Hands on to Mike Forshaw. Can Wigan break away and score? Dean Bell rolls off 2 tackles. Gregory trying to link the dummy and then the break, and he's through. Edwards almost with him. The ball's gone down though. Play on. Hull have got possession. So desperate stakes here. Hull in possession just outside Wigan's 22. Blacker drives away. Dixon steps in. That's a penalty to Hull. And a good way driving the centre into the ground. So decision has to be made. The 2 points, which would make the margin 6, or keep possession. And while they're deciding, the referee decides to stop the clock. The decision's been made. It's going to be a kick for goal. Oh, Paul Eastwood with perhaps his most important kick of the afternoon. Left-footed, it's on the right side for him. but it's hit the post. That's the second one tonight. The Steam Bell collects and takes it away. Wigan in possession inside their 22. 4 points the margin still. The time running out. 5 or 6 minutes left for play. Gregory dodges right, then goes left. Wigan keep it alive. Hanley sidesteps off that right leg. But Hull holding on. Harrison makes the tackle. Goodway takes the drive and pushes one man off. Preston down that left wing. In fact, it was Byrne, I think, and he's gone into touch on that far side. But Jed Byrne just unable to keep in play as Andy Goodway made that drive down the left-hand side. Exciting game here at Hull. Windley wins possession and takes it away, runs into Edwards. Pressure back on Wigan. Hull have possession and they'll try and keep it. 15 metres out now as Blacker takes the drive. Now the switch in play. The dummy, the Stewart. Russell Walker comes in. Dannett, the number 10, slowly accelerating towards the line. The Wigan defence being tested. Windley moves it wide. There's pressure from Gregory. And that's pushed Hull away from the Wigan's line. It's the last tackle. Windley with the kick, and that's been charged down. Back to one. So in fact, it's been picked up by Mike Forshaw. So Wigan in possession. Jed Byrne takes it away. Platt the drive. They're certainly at the wrong end of the field to win this game at the moment, Wigan. Hanley tries to get out, but Hull are holding on. Changing direction, it's gone to the left now. Byrne in possession. Drifts across, straightens up. As the whole chant goes up here, it certainly would be a famous victory if they win it. Gregory pushes it downfield. That's a tremendous kick, but Turner's got back. He's inside his 22. Drifts across field. Dean Bell makes the tackle. Now it's Hull under pressure, but they've got the ball. 2 tackles gone. There's actually 2 minutes of playing time left, and Alex Bowman has stopped the clock on several occasions as Dixon drives away. Dennett drives, offloads to his forward 8, number 8, Carl Harrison. Harrison to Dixon. Dixon chased by Goodway. And Hull really are on song at the moment. Mackey, dummies left, goes right, tries to get past Lucas. But Wigan holding on. Last tackle now. Windley, the whole man of the match, kicks through. Has he won the chase? He has! Windley has won the chase for the try. And that surely has clinched the game for Hull. It was the last tackle. Windley kicked it through. He accelerated over the line and just managed to get his hands to the ball. Eastwood lines up what is a fairly simple conversion. That's another 2 points. 30 points to 20. Joe Lydon kicks off, perhaps for the last time. The short kick. But Hull have got possession. Substitute pouncing on that loop. We're now into injury time, or any time added on by Alex Bowman. And that gap of 10 points has meant that Wigan will lose their first game away. in the league. There goes the hooter. A tremendous game of rugby. Hull, the eventual winners, by the margin of 10 points, of 30 points to 20, inflicting Wigan first away league defeat of the season.
Came at the